All right, Rico, all systems go. Are we ready? For anybody potentially watching from the For You page, we're going to do some laser therapy with Rico. But first, getting these lick mats to keep him distracted. And I got some that I made for the cats as well because they get jealous. So we'll give some to the kitty cats. Here, come on, these ones are for you. Maybe I should pick up Rico before I throw those down. Hi Britt, thanks for joining. I'm about to do some at-home laser therapy with this little guy, but the cats get jealous, so I was giving them a lick mat to keep them entertained. But we are going to go to the bedroom. As safe as the laser is, the one caveat is that it's not good for your eyes. So I wear sunglasses, but don't want the cats to glance over. Ziggy, turn on the bedroom light. So we do this in my bedroom so that the cats can't get into it. Hi everybody who's joining. We are going to do some laser therapy with Rico. We're just getting set up. Gave the cats some enrichment to keep them entertained while we do this, because otherwise they get jealous. So this is a kit that I bought actually from Amazon. I'm sorry that the lighting in here is so terrible. I've never filmed in my bedroom before, so I didn't know that it was this bad. This is a kit that I bought on Amazon for only $130, which was pretty impressive to me. There are more expensive medical grade ones that you can get for $300 and up. But just for a little chihuahua, we don't need it to be that powerful. So we're just getting set up here. Put my eye protection on. Might have a little trouble seeing the chat. But thank you everybody who is joining. Sorry I can't call you out by name because I do have to pay attention to what I'm doing as well. But I like to set it up like this because we are doing his back legs. And sometimes he doesn't want to give me his butt, so I kind of make a little nest so he can't wiggle as much. And then we'll put his lick mat right here and turn him around so I can have his butt. And this will be the rest of the live with my dog's butt. And we'll do some laser therapy. I have tested the laser on myself, and it gets a little bit warm, but it does not get hot. It's a cold laser. And it's super easy to use. By the way, I'm not like sponsored or anything. It's just, I'm just trying it for the first time. Well, I've used the laser before, but I've never had an at-home laser before. But yeah, I try and do it at least 5 minutes per leg. And you can hold it still for quite a while, but it will get uncomfortably hot. So I try and kind of move it around. And I do 5 minutes per leg, or as he tolerates. This has to be a positive experience, so we don't want to force him to do anything, but he's usually pretty entertained with his lick mat. If anybody has any questions or wants to talk about their pets, this is kind of the relaxed part of it where, you know, I just kind of sit here so we can chit chat. I don't need to pay 100% attention to what I'm doing since we do this 3 times a week, so kind of know what I'm doing at this point, or at least I would hope so. But Rico is a 13-year-old chihuahua. He has arthritis and luxating patella. Because of his age, he is not a candidate for surgery any longer. So this is just going to help improve and also keep his quality of life as he ages. Ziggy, turn off fan. Doesn't need to be cold in here. If any of you were in our live earlier, we were doing hydrotherapy as well. So we do lots and lots of at-home therapies. I do have some veterinary experience, and I worked at a rehab facility specifically for sports injuries in dogs. Or at least that's what most of our clientele was sports injuries, but they weren't all that way. Some were elderly. We did laser therapy, we did acupuncture, we did all the things, physical therapy. So I have some experience with this, but I am not a doctor. I can't recommend this. We are doing this under our vet's supervision, but you always want to find out what is the best thing for your pet if you were interested in doing something like this at home. But yeah, when I was looking up how much this cost, it was like $300 a session. And I'm like, I could get a nice laser for $300, and I have the experience, so I might as well use it. Because, I mean, I would pay anything for this dog. I love him. But I can definitely afford to do it more often if we're doing it at home. This is only my second time going live, so I really appreciate people being in the room. Sorry if I'm a little bit boring. We're just doing boring stuff. People don't seem to like the long form videos that I post, so I figure live would be the best place to put these kind of more in-depth activities that we do. I run a small zoo in my house. We have this little chihuahua here, and we have 2 kitty cats that are fully indoors, and then we have 2 stray kitties that showed up in our woods, and we take care of those guys, and another stray. We take care of him, but he's a lot more feral, so we can't really handle him. But he is neutered. The girls are spayed. Everybody's fed. Everybody's sheltered. I also have 2 birds. Pigeons. I really love pigeons. They're great. Tomorrow I do need to clean their cage, so maybe I'll go live for that if there's any interest. Sorry, I don't have any music playing or anything, so all that there is to entertain you is just Rico's butt and me gabbing away. But I could talk about animals all day, even if I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself. We got 1 minute left on this leg, and then we will switch to the other. And then for the last 5 minutes, I usually do his hips and spine. We're mostly focused on the knees, because that's the most problematic area. But as our pets get older, all of their joints kind of ache and could use a little bit of therapy and attention. Geez, I need to get better lighting for in here if we're going to do this with any kind of frequency. Sorry, I didn't realize how much the dog would blend into the blanket. This is not a good view for you all, but lessons learned, I guess. It's my first time. I really appreciate everybody joining the live. I'm really impressed by that. I didn't expect anybody to join, really. So that's really nice. I like that this has its own timer on it, so I don't really... It's more clear in real life, but... So I know it's time to switch to this side. And we'll just keep it moving. It's like a little massage. My vet did also recommend acupuncture. I haven't found a place that will do it for him yet because they don't do it at his actual vet. But I was researching and seeing if it was something that you can do at home, and you really can't. You really need to be educated and certified to do that, which I am not, and I'm not going to go to school just to do that. But the next best thing is acupressure. We have an acupressure roller. It's just kind of like a little spiky thing. And we use that to massage his legs on the days that we don't do this therapy. We do hydrotherapy and laser therapy 3 times a week for anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes, depending on how Rico is feeling. Like I said before, everything needs to be a positive experience if we want to be doing it with any regularity. It's a lot easier if he tolerates it, if not enjoys it. This past week I've been a little bit sick and I haven't done his therapy. Also, it's the end of the month and he got his flea treatment, and you have to not let them get wet for a couple of days. So he missed his therapy, and he's actually been begging me for it. I know he's just in it for the food, but I'll take it. I'll take what I can get as long as he's cooperative, right? I hate to feed into the stereotype that Chihuahuas are nippy, but he can be a little bit nippy. He doesn't like being forcibly handled, like for things like this and for grooming. A lot of cooperative care for him. Make sure you don't back off the bed, baby. Okay, you gonna sit? That's perfect. That's even better. Good job. You're doing such a good job, baby. Make sure that we're getting in here where we need to be. It would actually be better and more effective if he would lay down, but again, we don't want to force him to do anything that he doesn't want. Really fine. We will work around him. You're doing such a good job, Rico. I love this dog so much with all my freaking heart. I would do anything for this dog. I can't say that he enjoys the therapy itself, but he definitely enjoys the treats and the extra attention. Does anybody have any questions or tips or tricks, or want to tell me about any pets that you have at home? Because I could blab and blab for hours, but I don't know if y'all are interested in that. I mean, I guess so, because you're still here. But I don't know. Kind of run out of things to say so far. Not a whole lot to say about laser therapy. It's just a laser. I don't actually know how it works, to be honest with you. I mean, I think it stimulates cell growth to help repair things, and I mean, it is also just relaxing for the muscles, because like I said, it does get warm. Even though it's a cold laser, it does get warm. It doesn't get warm to the touch, which I find interesting. But if I feel his skin is warm, and the muscles underneath are warm as well. Gosh, I didn't realize how terribly this would show up on the camera. I'm sorry, everyone. But 'tis life. I am filming on a cell phone. Here, let's scoot you up a little bit, buddy. I'm worried you're about to back off the bed. Really, the only risk with the at-home laser is you need to wear eye protection for yourself. Ideally, the animal would have eye protection as well, but since I'm working with his butt, I'm not too worried about it. When I used to work at a rehab facility, we did the laser, and we had a selection of doggy and kitty sunglasses, and it was so cute. Because, you know, for some animals, if you're working on like their neck or something closer to their face, then you definitely want them to have eye protection on. But yeah, he's doing really, really well. I'm thinking next week or so, because I did post like a before video. I sped it up, so if you were interested and wanted to watch it, I would adjust the playback speed, but longer videos don't do as well, so I sped it up to kind of trim it. But I would like to take a similar after video. That doesn't mean that we're going to stop treatment, but I just want to see if there's any difference yet, because I see him every day, so I can't really tell if we're making progress or not. Because if we're not, we might want to do some more stuff. We have 5 minutes left on this, so I'm just going to go back and forth on his hips. And then for the last minute or two, I might... Oh, well, if he's going to sit, I can do his spine as well at the same time. You okay, bub? As long as you're still having a good time. But at this point, if he becomes intolerant, then we'll stop the session, because we did the knees, and that's the most important part. This thing holds a charge really well, too. Oh my gosh, so many more people joined the live. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. We are working with Rico. He's an elderly chihuahua. He's 13 years old. He has luxating patella and arthritis. And we are doing some at-home laser therapy with a laser that I bought online for about $130. We are doing this under vet supervision, and she approved this product. And earlier we did some at-home hydrotherapy in the bathtub. And I do have several videos of that as well if you wanted to watch, but 3 days a week we'll probably be doing it live from now on, since I figured out how to go live. This is one of my first lives, so I really appreciate the support and you joining the live and sticking around to watch. I apologize again for the lighting and the camera. I did not know that the lighting in my bedroom was this bad for this, and that the dog being black is kind of blending into the black blanket as well, so there's not even a whole lot to look at. Really just me gabbing and gabbing and gabbing, which is fine. I'll just keep gabbing. It's fine. But if anybody wants to ask any questions or tell me about your pets that you have at home, then I'm more happy to answer questions and chit-chat about your babies. I love animals. I love them so much, and I could chit-chat about them all day. I do have some experience in the veterinary field, in the animal husbandry field, and specifically worked at a rehab facility for animals, mostly with sports injuries, but also things like this, arthritis and luxating patella, where I did laser therapy, hydrotherapy, of course with better equipment than I have at home. And what else did we do? Acupuncture. We did all kinds of stuff. Massage, physical therapy, all the fun things. We got about 2 minutes left on this. We were mostly doing the knees. 5 minutes per leg, but with the last 5 minutes I like to go ahead and go over his spine and his hips as well. As our pets age, just like we do, they get sore, you know? They get sore and they get tired, and they need some extra love and attention. Rico is not in bad condition or anything. 13 really honestly isn't very old for a chihuahua. But the earlier that you start these kind of interventions, the better it'll be for them later in life. Since Rico is older, he is not a candidate for surgery, unfortunately, for surgical correction of the luxating patella. But this is kind of the next best thing. And like I said, he's not in horrible condition. He's okay, but the more that we do now, the better his quality of life will be later in his life when he is a super old man. Oh, we are all done. So now we can just finish our lick mat. We'll put this away. I can take my sunglasses off. Oh, the camera's not that bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not that bad. I guess it was just the sunglasses that made it look really, really bad to me. I might go live this weekend too and redo this aquarium that I have over here. I'll show you in a second. Just want to get the doggy off the bed. Come on, bub. Got some yogurt on my bed. You're such a good boy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lots of small dogs do that. It's called a reverse sneeze. And it's really nothing to worry about unless your dog is struggling to breathe, which sounds like he's struggling to breathe, but he's fine. I promise. Here, do you want to let the people look at you? They've just been staring at your butt the whole time. There he is in all of his cute little glory. You're such a good boy, Rico. Here, you can have your lick mat back. There's not really much left on it now. But this is the aquarium that I was talking about. I just recently switched it from artificial plants to live plants. but my substrate layer is very, very thin. Like you can see the glass through it. So I got some more sand, but I need to wash it before I can add it, and then I'll re-put all the plants back in the ground and all of that. It'll be a big project this weekend. I did just get these new fancy plant lights too for my plants. These are spikes to keep the cats off of them, but it doesn't really work. My poor air plant is just crust now, basically, because the cats keep chewing it up. But yeah, the laser therapy is kind of all that I had planned for this live. So I really, really appreciate everybody who joined and stuck around to listen to me blab and blab about Rico. Like and follow if you want to see his progress. I'll probably be posting a before and after type video pretty soon, because I want to just reevaluate how he's looking. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions or if you want any specific content. And I don't really know how to end a live because it's my first one. So I don't know. Bye.